I built a quadruple iron farm in hardcore Minecraft and put it inside an ancient iron golem statue. A little on the nose, but that's on theme for today. Welcome to episode 2 of my Minecraft Hardcore No Mining Challenge series. Make sure to stay to the end to see how much iron we get. Okay, we're still poor. That would be on account of not being able to mine. We have a number of steps to complete in order to make our iron golem farm, the first and most important of which is to get a bucket. I don't know why I've gone so long without getting one. Buckets are useful, but you know that. Anyway, the easiest way to get a bucket, if you can't mine, is to kill an iron golem. So we're gonna do that. The villagers I have don't spawn any for some reason, but in episode 1 I already found a second village pretty close to mine. So I went there, hit him with my fist to let him know I mean business, ran away and hit on a pole. They can't jump, you see, being made of iron and all. So I made quick work of him and took his metallic flesh. I then celebrated far too much for having 5 iron, ran home, and made a bucket. Then I noticed that one of my villagers had found a strange pet, a bee the size of his head. That would have scared me to be so close to it, but he seemed at ease. So I let them be. I'm done, I promise. And I started on the next important step in my plan to acquire unlimited iron. Build a cobblestone generator. I need one because I'm not allowed to collect it by mining. I think I would suggest building one even if you can mine though, because you can AFK double chests a cobble like nobody's business. Naturally, I failed to make one that worked properly and didn't destroy items for an embarrassingly long time. Things started on fire. I couldn't get the water to go where I wanted. I couldn't get the cobble to form a straight line. I was just generally not good. So I took a break to give the villager with the bee in the boat a job. He and his bee had too much time on their hands and were watching me fail and laughing, so I had to put him to work. I figured a dirt fence was the easiest way to get him in his cage, work center, because the bee was in the boat, so I couldn't just drive him in. Guess what? I was stupid again. I used my sword to break the boat, which not only hurt the villager, which makes his trades more expensive, but I hit the bee. I panicked, the bee stung me, and I ran away. Luckily, I had some cows nearby, so I just whacked one with a bucket and drank its milk. That cured the poison. Minecraft logic at its best. Another problem. When I was running away from the bee, I left a block, so the villager escaped, became a fisherman, and stole my house. He lives with me now. I tried to make him an armorer, but he refused. I guess fish was his calling. So I brought a new villager over who found the job acceptable. I traded with him a bit and unlocked his second tier of trades, which brings up one of the reasons why I want an iron farm so early in this world. You can trade iron for emeralds. A lot of emeralds. Because I can't mine, I'm going to rely on the villagers for lots of things, like armor, tools, redstone, and blocks. I need a fast early game emerald source. Because iron is so multifunctional, I chose that. I took down my dirt fence, then spent the next 2 days trading for some reason, and eventually got this sword. While I was already doing things not related to my goal, I decided to cut down a path of trees going toward my lava pond and second village. I am totally not distractible. They call me Laser, because I'm so focused. Then, it was back to work on the cobblestone generator. I finally got it working correctly, but then decided I wanted it to be a stone generator instead of a cobble generator. The only difference is where you put the lava. Lava on the side equals cobble, lava on top equals stone. So I quickly built that and made it look more official. Mining cobble with a stone pickaxe was painful though, and it had pretty bad loss rates to the lava, so I put that project back on hold until I could get hoppers and a better pick. I decided to change my plan and build the iron farm out of dirt so I could start without the stone generator working, so I moved on to some terraforming. After that, it was time to just start building the iron farm. Who cares if I'm not ready? So I crafted up some materials and put them in a chest by my chosen build site. I'm going pretty strict with this whole no mining thing and refusing to even break naturally occurring stone, even if I don't intend on keeping it. Let me know in the comments if you like that, or think it's okay for me to dig as long as I don't keep the materials. For now I won't touch anything on my ban list. Which is why the build site I chose is over a ravine. I want the farm on ground level so it's easier to build, and so I can put a statue over it, but the golems need to fall at some point, so the ravine was a natural choice. I think it'll look pretty cool too. I spent some time getting the layout of the center of the farm set. It's a modified design of a farm made by Lazy & Farms, link in the description to his tutorial. It's really simple though. You put 8 fence gates in the center, and water in the 4 corners. Make sure the fence gates are open, and then you're all finished with that portion. I then felt the urge to test my new sword and took a break to kill an iron golem. And back to the build. Next is the villager chambers. You go out 2 blocks diagonally from the water and down 7 blocks. Then you go out 3 and place your beds there. Then it's just 2 bottom half slabs and a trap door in front of the beds. Those are there so the villagers can see the zombie you trap but not get hurt by it. Then just 2 more blocks for the zombie chamber and you're ready to start hurting mobs. You need 3 villagers to make each chamber work, so I brought them over. Getting them in is easy. If you wait until night, they will trap themselves by claiming a bed. The villagers must sleep before you trap a zombie or the farm won't work. That's important. Anyway, I took the chamber walls up to be level with the rim of the golem area. You could just put slabs down, either way works, but I built up. Then I built the second chamber while waiting for night. All the villagers didn't find their beds for some reason, so I'll have to wait another night. I putzed around all day doing random things like getting a lava bucket, shearing some sheep, and organizing my inventory. Finally night came, and I made sure the villagers found their beds. One was being very obstinate and refused to go to bed, but I insisted. He finally realized there was no escape and nothing else to do, so he said hello to Mr. Sandman. Finally, it was zombie catching time. There are 2 ways to get zombies that won't despawn. 1, name them. This is easier, but I don't have any name tags. So it's the second method for me. Zombies have a chance to be able to pick up items. If they pick up an item you give them, they won't despawn. So we have to find one of those. This was the first mob fighting I've done on this hardcore world, so I was pretty excited. Cue the montage. Well, that was short, but that's a good thing. It didn't take long to find a zombie that accepted my gift of dirt. He graciously entered his boat and the first iron golem of the farm immediately spawned. Not where he was supposed to, mind you, but we'll fix that later. I then spent some time making a weird cobblestone staircase down into the chamber for some reason, and killed that iron golem. Then it was time to make the golem killing chamber. All you need is hoppers, signs, lava, and a chest. Done. Or at least functional. Now that there was a killing chamber, it was time to make the first chamber start producing iron. I terraformed the land, adding and breaking blocks to get it flat, took down that ugly staircase, I don't know why I built that, and stopped the golems from spawning where they weren't supposed to by placing down slabs in their spawn radius. I don't really know what their spawn radius is, I just placed slabs until they stopped spawning. I had to keep killing the golems to see where their spawn radius was. Eventually I figured it out and we had a working single iron farm. Then I took a break to do some wheat farming because I need more villagers and they refuse to breed unless I feed them. Imagine that. I actually did quite a bit of wheat farming during this episode, but I'll just show you this once. Well, I still had 3 more chambers to make, land to clear, and slabs to place, but I wasn't about to do all that without blinging out first. So I traded with the toolsmith until he gave me a diamond shovel and hoe. Then I quickly finished the second chamber. I caught a baby zombie this time. I also had baby villagers, which turned out to be a problem, which is why you see 2 baby zombies in that boat and why one looks a lot like a villager. You see, babies can walk under the trapdoor, and for some reason they have a death wish and run straight into the zombies. Cool. Well, I blocked it off, replaced the zombified villager baby, and waited for them to grow up. While I was waiting, I started clearing more land and placing more slabs. The farm is really starting to look like something. That something is just dirt and wood slabs, but it's organized dirt and wood slabs. It doesn't have to be pretty, just functional. I'm going to cover it up anyway. Eventually, the villagers grew up and I made their chamber functional. We're up to a double iron farm. I got curious and went to see how much iron we had collected, and it was already over 4 stacks. So I took it and turned it into emeralds and upgraded my chest plate. Then I bred my sheep while I waited for the iron trade to reset. It eventually did, I got more emeralds, and bought a diamond pickaxe. Diamond mining is for chumps. Now that I had iron for hoppers and a diamond pick, it was time to finish the stone generator. I quickly did that and tested it out. With the hoppers, I almost lose nothing to the lava. Awesome. Then I traded for more emeralds, bought another sword, made an anvil, and upgraded to sharpness 3, unbreaking 3. I then built and moved the villagers to the remaining 2 chambers. I've got that down to a science now. I just plopped them right in. Then I waited for night and started searching for zombies. Cue the montage. Night 1 was unsuccessful. During the day, I finished clearing the land and placing the slabs. Check it out. On to night 2. It was much more successful. I quickly finished chamber 3. We're up to a triple iron farm. I had a volunteer for chamber 4, but he was too lazy to pick up items, so I denied his application. I kept looking for zombies and found an awesome pair of gold boots from one zombie. I killed some more stuff, but was unable to finish chamber 4. In the morning, I repaired up those sweet boots, traded some more, made a ring around the slabs, and worked the stone generator for the rest of the day. On to night 3. Montage! I eventually managed to get a zombie for the 4th chamber. Success! The 4th chamber is complete. We now have a fully functional quad iron farm. But we're only halfway done. There's still a lot more to do. The first of which is AFKing our newly working stone generator. I'll be needing a lot for the golem statue. I mean a lot. Really a lot. 1 double chest later, and it's time to start smelting. But I don't have a way to smelt a whole double chest, at least not this century. 8 furnaces, 16 hoppers, and 8 chests should solve that. I quickly found out that the blast furnaces I used don't smelt cobblestone though, so I replaced them with regular furnaces and ran into a new problem. I don't have enough fuel. I turned the last of my wood into charcoal, but I needed a lot more. Better get to chopping. After the first of many rounds of chopping, I did some trading and was finally able to buy diamond pants. I also did some mason trading and found something that will make this process faster. A chiseled stone brick trade. So I got to it. Chopping. Trading. More chopping. More trading. Refilling charcoal in the furnace. And then a lot more chopping. I mean a lot more. After I refilled the furnaces again, I needed to wait. Which is fine, because there's one more thing I need before I start building. Well, I don't actually need it, but I really want it. Bamboo for scaffolding. So I started my search for a jungle. Montage! Well, I eventually made it home and planted my bamboo. I found more than that though. I also gathered dark oak and jungle tree saplings, snow, flowers, cocoa beans, and melons. Overall, a very successful trip. I gave the bamboo some time to grow and worked on gathering the rest of my materials. I used the stone cutter to get my stairs and slabs, and eventually got 9 stacks of every material I was planning on building with. Then I AFK'd the stone generator until night and went spider hunting to get enough string for the scaffolding. You already know what's coming. Montage. After cutting the bamboo and crafting my scaffolding, I had everything I needed to build the ancient golem statue. So I did. looks amazing. For reference, here's what the farm looked like before building the statue. And here's what it looks like now. The next step was to spruce up the inside, or stone up in this case. Check it out. Now the only thing left was to see how much iron the farm collected while I was building. It was a lot. Who needs mining? For all you awesome people who made it to the end of the video, I have a question. What is the one food from cartoons, TV, movies, or video games that you always wanted to eat? Mine has to be tree stars from The Land Before Time. Especially when Littlefoot filled one up with water. Ooh, they just look so juicy. Anyway, I'm excited to read your answers in the comments. See you in the next one.